He's been close to 150 this year.
Just such a disappointing outcome after the drinks break. Afghanistan going well. Jonathan Trott was out there at the drinks break, talking to both batsmen, setting out the plan for the second half of the innings. And 2 balls later, a wicket falls, which can't have been part of the Trott plan. One assumes. That is a brilliant bit of work, actually, just flicking the ball back onto the stumps, and the umpire will send it upstairs.
Third umpire to director. We have a referral for run out. Side on replay, please, at the bowler's end. Okay, bat is grounded. Thank you, bat is grounded before the bails are off. I am ready with my decision for the big screen.
That's a really good bit of work from Hasaranga. Great awareness to be able to just flick it back onto the stumps. Batter made his ground. Got to be careful. Got to be really careful with the running between the wickets. I'm not too sure about the throw into the keeper.
Yeah, that just required a flick, because the way that he threw it is going to obviously take more time out of the equation. It was a very tight run. It just needed an underarm flick, and that might have been tight.
Oh, it's nicely bowled. The bowler is really interested at the moment. Nobody else is interested. Hasaranga having a good long chat about this one. He wants to go upstairs. He's feeling pretty confident. Keeper is obviously going to be weighing in on this, and they do want to have a chat.
Third umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please. Okay, ball is very close to the bat. Can we have ultra edge, please? Copy Gavin, waiting for ultra edge. Waiting for ultra edge, Ehsan. Keep it going, please. Keep it going. Gap between bat and ball. Keep it going. Keep it. Come back 1 frame, please. Come back 1 frame. Come back 1 frame. Come back 1 frame. Yeah, freeze it here. Freeze it here. I can see the ball hitting the pad here. I can see the ball hitting the pad here. Can we go on to ball tracking, please? There's a gap between bat and ball.
Just got to wait here.
Stand by, Ehsan. Waiting for ball tracking. Pitching in line. Impact is in line. Wickets missing. Thank you. I'll go back to Ehsan on field. Ehsan, you can stay with your decision. You're on screen now. You can signal not out.
Standing umpire getting it right. Good decision in the end. 71 for 2 it is. On the board, going at a run rate of 6.5 to the over. That's really nicely played with the fielder square and off the boundary. That was always going to be tough to cut off.
Well, he's a stylish player, is Ibrahim Zadran. I've seen quite a bit of him, both Asia Cup, where he played successfully, and played nicely against England in the one game that they've had in Perth. 2 games washed out, of course, for Afghanistan. But he's a stylish player, and he's going to be around for a long time for Afghanistan in all formats.
Conversation between the batters was 2. They always wanted the second run. There are those pockets at these grounds that allow you to do that. And do it well, be aware of it.
Straight down the ground. It's been quite a profitable area for Afghanistan today.
I mentioned that he's a stylish player, and that is a perfect example of the elegance, really. Quite full, hitting it with a beautiful straight bat down the ground. He moves to 19 from 15, and Afghanistan, they'll be eyeing up around about 150 if they can. The average score here is about 159, 160, and with their bowling attack, they'll feel confident that they've got a good chance of defending a score around about that mark.
Again, the call from the batters was 2. That's really good. Good between the wickets. The calling is important as well.
Yeah, well, T20 is about boundaries and 4s and 6s, of course, but on this ground, you're wise not to forget the 2s as well. That's a look at the 6 on the previous ball. A beautiful shot down the ground, but then a nice nudge into the leg side. There are so many opportunities for 2s to the leg side, to the long leg side.
Yeah, and very quickly you start accumulating runs. It's over. Yes, there's been boundaries, but 15 from it. It's a bowler under a lot of pressure. Not trying to get away from those straight boundaries of Sri Lanka as much as they can. You can't bowl too straight, too full. Then if you're working the 2s as well, it just plays on the mind of the bowler. It's good from Afghanistan. It's just what they needed after a wicket falling. Partnership really 19 off 9. To finish this over well. Lovely batting from Afghanistan, really good over for them. 89 for 2.
به هموطنان عزیز، دیگر نیاز نیست به خاطر تداوی و عملیات‌های قلبی به خارج از کشور سفر نمایید. خیرخواه مدیکال کمپلکس با فعال نمودن بخش تداوی و عملیات‌های قلبی با مدرن‌ترین ماشین آلات قلبی و مجرب‌ترین تیم دکتران قلبی با داشتن تجربه فوق تخصص از خارج کشور در خدمت مریضان محترم قرار دارد. اجرای پروسیجرهای انجیوگرافی، انجیوپلاستی، تطبیق پیس میکر، عملیات‌های بایپاس قلبی، تعویض و ترمیم دسامات قلبی، تداوی سوراخ قلبی با استانداردترین متد قابل اجرا می باشد. خیرخواه، دست حمایت برای نجات.
So from Afghanistan's point of view, that's really good. A platform here that they can launch from. Get up to a really good score. Just wonder how much is enough. Don't really have a feel for sort of how much is enough today.
Yeah, I mean, it partly depends on the pitch and the conditions, but also on the strength of your team. Afghanistan like to bat first because they're a side that have a great deal of faith in their bowling options, so they don't try and be too expansive with the bat. They're not a side who feel they've got to get over par with the bat. They'll look to get around about par, which, as I say, is about 159, 160 here, and then back their spinners to do the business in the second half of the game.
Slight change in the field now. Hasaranga coming up. Was that long on? Now he's up at mid-on. Gone. Wasn't the length to play that shot. Maybe not the right decision from the batter, but for Sri Lanka, a timely wicket.
Yeah, and Lahiru Kumara brought back to try and break this partnership. And it was the length, you're right, that did it. Trying to hit that with a straight bat down the ground. Wasn't really a driving length, got more of a toe end of the bat on it, and it looped very gently towards mid-off. Disappointment in the crowd for the Afghanistan supporters and for Ibrahim Zadran, who has gone for 22, a stylish 22 from 18, Afghanistan.
4 deliveries. This is the real test now.
بله اوبه در کجاستی؟ مسابقه شروع شد. درابندی بند مانده. شروع شده؟ برو ما برات گفتم میرم.
حالا از افغان بیسیم دقایق بیشتر به دست آورید و با عزیزانتان بیشتر صحبت نمایید. از کیفیت صدای اچ با بهترین قیمت در سراسر افغانستان لذت ببرید. 1200 دقیقه تماس به تمام شماره های افغان بیسیم فقط 200 افغانی برای 30 روز. برای فالسازی ستاره 233 ستاره 12 ستاره 1 علامت نمبر را دایل نمایید.
سریعترین و بزرگترین شبکه 4G در افغانستان.
Gulbuddin Naib. Gulbuddin now into the side as part of the reserves. Nasratullah sadly has sustained an injury in his oblique muscles, so he's out of the tournament. Experienced player for Afghanistan, just hasn't played for them for a while. T20 international, the last one he played was last year November.
It's a lively welcome to the World Cup for Gulbuddin Naib. Played it nicely actually, just swayed inside the line and gave the bowler a stare.
Oh, it's called a wide in the end. Just kept going. There's the keeper. Again going with the short stuff now. Just not really the length for it. Straight up to Rajapaksa. Never really in control. Really good follow-up.
Yeah, that's what he's done today. The first wicket of the day fell to Lahiru Kumara with exactly this kind of a delivery, just running back off the seam. And the length on that instance taking it over the top of the stumps, but only just. Showing the signals that are sent from the sideline to the captain. That's Dasan Shanaka there. You've got a lot on your plate in T20. You have to be a particularly kind of bright and intelligent guy to both be in control of everything that's happening on the field and also take signals from the from the edge. A, remember what the signals are, and then B, whether you want to make use of them. There's quite a lot on your plate. I mean, there's no more kind of volatile game than T20 for a captain out in the middle. It's happening all the time.
Too much multitasking for you?
It's cut away. It'll be a couple. I think, well, the captains I've seen that have done it well, and that's tight. He slides and would have been struggling with a direct hit, but the ball bounced over the top. 95 for 3, 13 gone.
افغانستان کې د اوسپنیزو توکو د تولید تر ټولو ستره او په نړیوالو معیارونو برابره فابریکه خان سټیل د ګول سیخ ګاډرو انګلرانو او نورو اوسپنیزو توکو د باور وړ تولیدي ادرس د خان سټیل ټول تولیدات د کیفیت له پلوه تایید او تر لابراتواري ارزونو وروسته پکې اسم مارکه بازار ته وړاندې کیږي موږ د صنعتي افغانستان په لور پاخه او چټک ګامونه اخلو خان سټیل the Abadai Bansat.
We talk about Dusan Sharnika and everything that's sort of on his plate, and also on the plate of a captain as well. A lot of decisions to be made by the captains out on the field, distinctive ones as well. Captains will also look at their batting card and as to sort of who might come in next, where Afghanistan go from here. They've had a good start. The captain of Sri Lanka will be looking at his bowlers and saying, all right, what's our best bowling options going forward? Another thing the captain also has to look at, obviously going forward, is these matchups. We talk about them a lot, don't we? Rajiv Zadran, who's been in very good form, just looking at some of the options for Sri Lanka and where they might go to with the ball, him being a left-hander.
Great beauty of having wrist spinners in your side is that they can send it both ways.
Just wonder where that's pitched.
Increasingly in T20, I think we'll see bowlers like, for example, Livingston from England, who bowl both off spin and leg spin, depending on whether left-handers or right-handers are out in the middle.
Or even both left-hand and right-hand. There's a couple of examples around the world that do that. Hasaranga had a brilliant World Cup last year. He's continued to take wickets here in Australia as well. He's usually very, very accurate. Last year, he was always on line in terms of targeting the stumps. He was very accurate in finding the stumps last year. He gets a lot of his wickets with LBWs and bowled. An excellent performance for Sri Lanka. The bounce in Australia is something that he's had to contend with, and he's had a few variations to try and work around that as well. 99 for 3.
میریدین د حساسیت ضد غاښونو کریم ډیر داسې عوامل دي چې د هغې په واسطه کول شي ستاسو د غاښونو په درد کې کموالی راولي. میریدین د حساسیت ضد غاښونو کریم. پته کابل شهراره د نجیب زراب مارکیټ څلورم پور د اړیکې شمیره 0 شل 22 14 499 د څانګې پته دیدګاه جومات ته مخامخ شیشم باغ جلال آباد د اړیکې شمیره 0 وسونه اتیا څلوېښت اتلس واویا.
تولو ګرما د سولري اوبو تودونکي جوړولو فابریکه. تولو ګرما د هر ډول سولري اوبو تودونکو په جوړولو سره ستاسو هیوادوالو په چوپړ کې ده. زموږ فابریکه د 15 لیټریز تر 1500 لیټریز اوبو تودونکو جوړولو ویاړ لري. تولو ګرما ستاسو د تودو اوبو تضمین کوونکی.
Sri Lanka as well, is in terms of their overs, they don't want to be penalised at the end. They are behind. And that's with a couple of spinners being in operation too, so it's something they're going to have to keep an eye on and change. I tell you what, as they bring up their 100, we have seen some magnificent crowds around Australia, but really enjoyed being in amongst the Sri Lankan fans. They really do bring something very special. I was lucky enough to be in Geelong and watch them in operation there. And fans bring in the drums, the instruments, and they're going all day. Their stamina is absolutely phenomenal. Colours, everything. Very passionate fans. Well, Sri Lanka have had a few issues in the field, and Chris Silverwood was very honest about that.
The fielding, obviously, there's room for improvement. There's no hiding from that. We have to face that square on, I'm afraid. It's something we work very hard on, but it's something we're going to have to continue to as well. I mean, there's obviously room for improvement.
Yeah, a few opportunities have really been missed by Sri Lanka. They've been on top in some of the games. New Zealand, they ended up dropping a couple of catches and the pressure was all released. The opportunities against Australia. And maybe sitting in a much different position at this stage if the fielding was better. Well, just talking about fielding and wanting it to be up to task.
I think it just bounced in front of him, and he did well actually. It's quite awkward when the ball just bounces in front of you in that position, but Dhananjay De Silva did well. Take Gulbadine on in the gym, pushing some weights. Both teams practicing up at Allan Border Field ahead of this game. This is Sri Lanka yesterday. Selective camera work, finding a couple of errors in practice, but we're told that they worked hard and with good intensity ahead of this game.
Playing it in the air and out towards the leg side. Interesting that we just saw the umpire just pulled his arm out, I should say, just as he was about to bowl. Not too sure what that was about. 104 for 3.
Four deliveries. This is the real test now.
بله چیرته وروره مسابقه شروع شوه په بیروبار کې بانیم شروع شوې ده او زازي موبایل کې درته وایم
اوس له افغان بي سیم څخه ډېرې دقیقې ترلاسه کړئ او له خپلو عزیزانو سره ډېرې خبرې وکړئ. په ټول افغانستان کې د ایچ ډي غږ کیفیت څخه په غوره بیه خوند واخلئ. 1200 دقیقې اړیکې د افغان بي سیم ټولو شمیرو ته یوازې په 200 افغانۍ د 10 ورځو لپاره. د فالولو لپاره ستوری 233 ستوری 12 ستوری 1 علامت نمبر ډایل کړئ.
افغانستان کې د 4G تر ټولو چټکه او ستره شبکه.
Overs 1 for 10, so useful with the lefties, with his wrong uns. Economy rate just 3 and a bit. Can they get some momentum, Afghanistan, in these last 5 overs? They'd love to get up towards 150. They've got wickets in hand, and they've got some batters who can clear the ropes. De Silva into the attack for his first bowl, so they're introducing their 6th bowler. Pulled hard, shorter boundary in that direction. They'll go away for 4.
Four to be quite aggressive now, moving into the last 4 overs and change. Plenty to come. You think about Nabi, Rashid, they can both clear the boundary with ease. Just too short from Dhananjaya.
Yeah, the value of a left-hand, right-hand combination. To the right-hander, you're hitting with the spin to the longer boundary, but the left-hander, even if it's spinning away from you, you can sweep to the shorter boundary. Goes that way again. Just one on this occasion. Stay round the wicket to Gulbadin. Can they get back for 2? He's placed that really nicely. Perfect placement. Jog back for 2.
We talk so often about how big this ground is, and all the grounds, Perth, MCG, when you think sideways, the fielders are still, backwards square is 20 yards, 25 yards off the boundary easily, with wickets 15.
Tossed up, hit down the ground, mid-off, thinks he's in play, he is in play. Hasaranga takes the catch, and Afghanistan lose their 4th.
Just sliced it. That's the problem, he didn't go dead straight with the swing of the bat, because he ended up slicing it. A little flighted off spinner. Decent hit down the ground still. And Manindu Hasaranga does very well. Keeps his composure comfortably inside the boundary line, and Najibullah Zadran gone for 18. It's 113 for 4.
بزرگترین و معیاری ترین فابریکه تولید آهن‌آلات با استانداردهای جهانی در افغانستان. خان استیل، آدرس قابل اعتماد تولید سیخ گل، گادر، انگلارن و انواع دیگر آهن‌آلات. تولیدات خان استیل از لحاظ کیفیت تایید و بعد از ارزیابی‌های لابراتواری با نشان KSM و بازار ارزم می‌شود. ما گام‌های سریع و محکم را به سوی افغانستان صنعتی برمی‌داریم. خان استیل، بنیاد آبادی.
Skipper comes in at number 6, Mohammed Nabi. Afghanistan keep losing wickets at crucial points in this first innings. Won't be on strike because it was the last ball. The previous over, he'll be at the non-striker's end. Good captaincy from Dasun Shanika to introduce his 6th bowler. Immediately, Dhananjaya got a wicket. Club towards long on. Could it be 2 in 2? No, good fielding. Excellent fielding. Hasaranga has gone from long on to long on, and he's showing the way in the field.
Well, after what we saw against New Zealand, this is just brilliant. A good catch just to finish the last over off, and how's he picked that up? Yes, it might not have looked great had it gone under the hand, but it has stuck, and he's done well. First and foremost, he was looking for the catch, which is what you want.
Yeah, sums up Hasaranga as a cricketer, really. 3-dimensional cricketer, ball, bat and in the field. Just what they needed to lift their spirits as far as the fielding goes. Should be a couple. That wicket was so vital because just Nabi may have to chew up a couple of deliveries. Good catch. It was Hasaranga again that was out there. But this is the end, bowling from the Vulture street end, that right-handers would love to target.
bought himself an over from somewhere. I feel like Deekshana will definitely finish out, but Hasaranga's been exceptional. He doesn't have to bowl his last, or he could leave maybe Pramod.
Story to an innings if you're an Afghanistan fan, because in the power play they lose very few wickets and they sort of set it up, but they need, when they go at that pace in those middle overs, they do need to finish well to get a par score. So these are vital 3.5 overs left.
So far so good. You said, Nasser, that leg side will be a target bowling from the end that Kasun Rajitha is operating from now. Oh dear, that's the last thing you need.
You'll know as a bowler, Simon, sometimes when you bowl the slower ball, and that last ball was the slower ball, you just overstretch. You're almost delaying your arm, and the leg stretches by doing that. And often a slower ball can be a no ball. It is, and that means this will be a free hit. Surely Nabi will target that shorter boundary. Or maybe Rajitha will try and hide it outside off stump. He does hide it out there, and it's clubbed straight to extra cover. Mid-off now comes up, and third goes back. Pulled behind square. Fielder does well. That's the anchor down there. Russell, last couple of overs the fielding's improved.
Yes, the energy has really picked up, because Sri Lanka looking up at that scoreboard will feel the next 3 overs. If they can keep the score down to about 150, they are very much in the game. They sense it, and hence that energy is lifted. Nas made a good point about the slower ball being that no ball. Dooley, you'll remember when we go back to the New Zealand game, Rajitha in his second spell bowled a couple in a similar situation. So that's where it comes through. Slower ball, he's clubbed it, carving that ball through that gap, small gap between mid-off and mid-on, and that spoils the over. That takes Afghanistan to 125 for 4.
از روز اول فقط لبخند، فقط شامپو بچه گل رنگ.
Deekshana back into the attack, just going to go back down to Russell. Who are your death bowlers, Russ? Who are your go-to men for the skipper at the death, do you reckon? Or does it change depending on the situation?
He'll have to consider the situation, but right now, Rajitha and Pramod Madhushan to bowl out. I'm a little surprised, even though Dooley thought he'd go to Deekshana, I thought he'll go to Hasaranga and force the batter to hit to the longer end. Another problem Dasun Shanaka has is he's slow on the over rate again. So they're going to get penalized once more in this situation. The energy in the early overs was not as high intensity as it is now, and that's where they've slowed down. Oh dear, they get a wicket. He slipped over.
My word, what a mix-up that was. Gulbadin was sent back by Nabi. He slipped and he tried to roll into the crease. Well, some confusion whether that was sent upstairs as a decision. It wasn't. It was given out on the field. Gulbuddin was rolling around near the crease. At no stage did he roll over the crease. Sent back by Nabi there. Slipped, and now he's got to try and get in. He doesn't.
It's a game of roly-poly. I hope he's okay. He's holding that left shoulder, but well and truly out of his crease. Finally gets the hand in, but to be for Gulbuddin. Run out for 12. It's 127 for 5.
Rashid Khan, the new batter, and clumsy from Afghanistan, soft dismissals. Coach Jonathan Trott will be absolutely ticking. Just as they're going to put their foot down, confusion in the middle. Nabi says no, he slips, he rolls, he has to go. This time should be 2. And with the misfield could be 3. They do come back. He's going to have to hurry here. Gets home.
A good running. Intensity, pushing for that second. Little misfield, so first one we've seen for some time. That is the slip. Got the side of the boot. He got on the side of the boot, did Gulbuddin. And then couldn't get his footing to get back. Tried to get back. Fell over, and then the roll comes, so that's where he hurts his left shoulder, I think it is. Then he reaches out, can't get home. Kusal Mendes had already taken the bails off.
We've had some rain this morning in Brisbane. Always try and run down the strip. I know the umpires get a little bit wary of you running on the pitch, but try and run on the white stuff. It's never slippy. The green stuff, and you get on the side of your boots and you slip, as Gulbuddin found out there. Another wicket in the over. 132 for 5. 2 to go.
هر جا که بروید افغان بیسیم با شماست. با سرعت فوق‌العاده سریع 4.75 پلاس لحظات به یاد ماندنیتان را با دوستانتان شریک سازید. 9 جی بی را در بدل 600 افغانی برای 30 روز به دست آورید. برای فالسازی ستاره 477 ستاره 6 ستاره 1 علامت نمبر را دایل نمایید.
سریع‌ترین و بزرگترین شبکه 4G در افغانستان.
Remember 167 the par here in international T20 cricket. They're not going to get there, but can they get up towards 155? Have a good last couple of overs, Afghanistan. We know what Rashid Khan can do. He hits the ball in unusual areas with those rubbery wrists. There you go. That one over extra cover. Long boundary, couple of bounces, and 4.
Well, that's excellent. That's playing the delivery, not looking for just one side of the ground. It was full, it was wide. He's got power. He's managed to carve that way over extra cover.
It's a good point, Simon Dill. Adam Gilchrist was mentioning just that on commentary yesterday. He felt that Australia almost overthought the leg side and forgot about the offside when bowling here from the Vulture Street end. Obviously you think about going to the shorter boundary, but you can go over that offside. 1 over behind. There may have to be some fielding repercussions at the end of this over. Nicked and dropped. Tough one for the keeper. And Rashid Khan comes back for 2.
Yeah, this is the over they look to go, because they were very clever when facing from the other end, knocking it into the gap and looking for the 2s. But this over, they'll with the shorter boundary line, it will hurt. That was a good effort from Kusal Mendes to try and get to it, but those are some of those that you'd hope that stick. It would make a difference, because Rashid Khan at this stage, extremely dangerous. His strike rate very, very high.
Radhika just changed the length there. First time he's dragged his length back. He's got the fielders out there for it. He's gone very offside now. 3 out on the offside. Now third comes up as well. Has he got the scoop or the flick in his locker, Rashid Khan? Can he get it over the keeper or fine leg? Hands and dropped. The skipper juggled it, the skipper put it down.
He knew what was coming. It was a slower ball. As soon as third came up inside the circle, you felt that was an option for him. It's looped it. Rashid, he's tried to whip those wrists through it. It's gone straight to Dasun Shanaka, and that is a simple catch put down by the skipper. I snapped at it a little bit, didn't know where to get the hands, up or down.
Well, these are going to cause problems, not just the wides, but the extra deliveries, and the bowler now running back to his mark. Sri Lanka will be penalised, surely, for being slow in the field, for being poor in the field. Toe end of the bat. Skipper again. Shanaka this time takes the catch.
Well, this might save them here because they get a couple of minutes grace. It may save them, I don't know, but that is good from Dasun Shanaka. Put the last one behind you. Hasn't cost them much at all. Got underneath it, went reverse cup and held it comfortably. So Mohammad Nabi is gone for 13. It is 140 for 6.
په افغانستان کې د اوسپنیزو توکو د تولید تر ټولو ستره او په نړیوالو معیارونو برابره فابریکه خان سټیل د ګول سیخ ګاډرو انګلرانو او نورو اوسپنیزو توکو د باور وړ تولیدي ادرس د خان سټیل ټول تولیدات د کیفیت له پلوه تایید او تر لابراتواري ارزونو وروسته په KSM مارکه بازار ته وړاندې کیږي موږ د صنعتي افغانستان په لور پاخه او چټک ګامونه اخلو خان سټیل the Abadai Bansert.
Simon Dill makes an excellent point about that wicket. They just get a bit of time because of that wicket. Azmat trying to take his time, but I reckon they should be okay here, Sri Lanka.
Big screen says 2 minutes. Now down to 1. It's just clicked to 1 now, so they've got about 60 seconds to start the next over.
The first ball going for 4, that's a pretty decent comeback. 141 for 6, 1 over to go.
طلوع گرما اولین فابریکه تولید آبگرکن‌های آفتابی در کشور. آبگرکن‌های آفتابی در فصل گرما و سرما آب گرم مورد نیاز شما را به طور رایگان از نور آفتاب تهیه نموده و مصرف برق و گاز شما را الا 95% کاهش می‌دهد. نور آفتاب آب گرم رایگان. طلوع گرما ضامن آب گرم شما.
عجله کو قسمه که باشه از دیگه در 5 دقیقه خوشا خان نمیشی. اوهو
رنگ کردن موی مثل شامپو آسان. رنگ موی شامپوی استرکس را استفاده کن در مدت 5 دقیقه. واو. حال شارخوان شدن مثل شامپو آسان. رنگ موی که به راحتی مانند شامپو استفاده می شود.
Top spinners and wrong ends, I think, use that big leg side boundary.
Bat on ball from Azmat. Get Rashid Khan on strike. Anyone will be picking him, surely Rashid will. Yup, they'll just change ends. And a vital 4 deliveries for both sides here. Remember, whoever loses this game will not be able to qualify for the knockout stages. Down he comes, gone. Spinner to spinner, Hasaranga wins that battle.
Yeah, give me a call. Give me a call if you want to learn how to bowl that one. On into Hasaranga. He's been so good tonight, not only in the field, but he's now got 2 for 11 in his 4th over. Terrific stuff to get rid of Rashid Khan. It's at the wrong end it is, just nips back, stays perhaps a little bit low. Rashid Khan across the line, doesn't catch up with it. He's gone for 9. It's 142 for 7.
He's had a good 20 minutes, Hasaranga. Excellent catch, good bit of fielding. And now the wicket of Rashid Khan. Mujib comes in at number 9. Spinner to spinner again. Dead ball called by the umpire there. They won't be happy with that, Afghanistan. Just before he released that, umpire Tucker called a dead ball.
Not sure that everyone was ready out there. I don't think the umpires were quite ready to go. I think we just need to make sure everything was sorted. Mujib will be disappointed though.
Yeah, just gave Dasun Shanika a chance to change the field. Actually, man now goes out for the reverse sweep. He goes for the switch and he finds the fielder.
Yeah, Wanindu Hasaranga has been the key. His energy in the outfield and with his bowling effort has lifted Sri Lanka now, and they surely will believe going into this innings. Both sets of crowds, though, have gone quiet because they feel this game is quite tensed as that falls way short of Dasun Shanaka. But the last delivery in as probably will be the difference psychologically. 150 or 145 to chase.
Yeah, it's only the second time Hasaranga has bowled the last over of a T20 international. So it's not a role that he's used to, but he's done it well so far. And the pitch and gone. Stumping. Brilliant from Hasaranga. Outstanding in the field. Same celebration.